100% Chelsea. I am joined by the Europa League, Robbie. You've been winding me up in your preview, so I'm going to do it straight back.
Europa League, listen, you weren't even in any competition last year, hence why you won the league. You know what I mean?
No, don't give me that.
Nice, easy, full pelt at the league because you wasn't in any European competition. We're always in European competition, so...
You don't go very far in those, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But, I mean, come on, we're at Wembley. You've brought me here, so thank you very much. Yeah. This is a brilliant day out, being pitch side at Wembley.
Oh, it is. I'm really looking forward to the game. You know, fortunately, that's one thing that we have been good at in the past couple of years is coming to Wembley and doing well in the FA Cup. It's going to be a lot more difficult this time in the final because the other two finals, you know, we were the favourites, Villa, Hull City, and even that, then we found it quite difficult. And there's a lot of pressure on you when it comes to a final. You know, all your fans are here and that. So, but I think we got a good chance. You know, I think everybody's writing off Arsenal, giving us no chance. I'm quite surprised by that because even though Chelsea were the best team in the country this year, without a doubt, that you won the league, we got a very good pedigree in this competition. We've won it, you know, twice in recent years. You know, we've won it joint most winners of the competition, and I've just got a decent feeling that, you know, in a one-off game, we can beat Chelsea. We've beaten Chelsea already this season. We can beat them again. I feel we can. It's not going to be easy. You are the best team. There's no denying. But, you know, it's the FA Cup. You know, and in the semi-final, I remember coming up here and every Man City fan said to me, we've got no chance. It's going to be 4-3. I said to one Man City fan, we're going to win 2-1. He started laughing, just walked off.
It was a case of in that game though. You mean every team in some sense at every stage of the season they have the luck of the draw, and you were being pelted, but you pulled through. So credit to Arsenal. I mean,
you were being pelted as well in the semi-final against Spurs.
Exactly.
You know, Spurs were by far the best team. All right, you made you did rest a couple of players and you made those substitutions, but if Spurs had made the chances that they had and the domination that they had count, it could have been a very different game, you know. So, listen, I don't think that game is a foregone conclusion. I think when we played you at Stamford Bridge was when we was on a real down or we was on a real low. We were playing very poorly, not just against you, but against everybody at that time. We have hit a bit of form recently. We have been playing some decent football. Even, you know, I know it's the end of season game, but with 10 men against Everton, we looked like we had 11 men and they had 10. So, if Arsenal come out here, if they're confident, if they're brave, and they go for it, we definitely got a very strong chance of winning the game. You guys are the favourites, obviously, but we got a chance.
But what about, obviously, you've got a lot of injuries, and
yeah,
I mean,
in defence, yeah.
That's going to be a problem, surely.
Yeah, well, I think the one is the Koscielny one. He's not even injured. It's the stupid red card that he got. I think the referee was a bit harsh as well.
You're having a laugh. Both feet came off the ground, Robbie. Both feet came off the ground. It's a red card.
I think the last game of the season, you know, the referee could have used a bit of common sense in there and given him a yellow. I don't think that. I think those you've seen given a yellow, I can understand a red as well. It was stupid by Koscielny. Hopefully Mustafi will be fit. If he's not, then it's going to be Per Mertesacker. But maybe Per Mertesacker in a free at the back is not as bad if he's playing centrally, because his reading of the game and positional sense is very good. It's just that if you isolate him with pace, that's where you have the problem.
You could say the same about John Terry, though. I mean, we tried him through at the back. I mean, obviously, the last few games of the season against Watford, it's different. You know, he played all right. He obviously made that mistake. But, I mean, if you're three at the back and you don't have pace, it doesn't work. You need to be mobile. And I think that's a massive worry because he's not mobile.
Your three at the back ain't the quickest, though. I mean, I wouldn't say David Luiz is quick, you know.
Mobile.
He's mobile, but I wouldn't say he's not express, is he? You know what I mean? He can be got at. So, you know, that's what we didn't do when we played you last time. We didn't trouble your back three at all. But then we was playing Olivier Giroud, so it's very easy for them.
Who's going to start for you then this time?
I think we will probably go with Welbeck. It's got to go with the pace there. If you've got Welbeck, Sanchez, you know, get runners in behind your defence, and I think we could pose you some problems. Then, if we're playing a free as well, try and stop Moses and what's his name, Alonso getting forward. You know, try and peg them back a bit. You know, I think that's what we need to do. That's what Spurs did in the semi-final. They pegged you back, and they got loads and loads of joy. They were very brave with the way in which they played, and they nearly, I think, if they had been a bit more clinical, they would have got the win. So I think there's hope there for Arsenal. There is definite hope there for Arsenal. And as I said, players that about 6 weeks ago were awful, like Aaron Ramsey and people like that, have suddenly started hitting a bit of form. Too late, but maybe in time for this game.
It's almost as if there's been a bit of a renaissance, because obviously you were saying, I was listening to DT earlier, Granit Xhaka, 35 million paid for him all year, not been the player that people are saying.
It's his first season, isn't it? I mean, sometimes a player, I was chatting to a mate of mine who's a Dortmund fan, and he was saying to me that when Granit Xhaka first went to Germany from Basel, in the first season, he was like in the runnings to be voted as the worst signing of the year. But then in the seasons that followed, he was one of the best players, and he was surprised that because the rumours were Bayern were going to buy him, and he ended up at us. So we're hoping that next season we'll see the best of him. Certainly, in the last few games, you started to see a player that what we paid that money for. I think what the problem's been with Granit Xhaka is that he's not been up to the pace of the Premier League. Yeah. He thinks he's got too much time, and he just always gets the ball nicked off him and that. But I think he's starting to realise now that you ain't got that much time in the Premier League. You have to adapt your game to it. So I think we'll see a better Xhaka next season. Hopefully we'll see a proper Xhaka as well in the final.
Well, guys, obviously that's Robbie's thoughts. Make sure you head over to AFTV because I've done one over there as well. Thank you for having me today. Good. Thank you for coming on. Make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Obviously, subscribe to AFTV.
Conte, is he leaving?
Are we doing this now? Are we doing this now? We're doing this now.
I'm just asking.
He will be here this season.
I'm just hearing a rumour. I'm just hearing a rumour.
Well, yeah, just because you hear rumours. I've heard rumours that Wenger's on his way out, but that's never going to happen,
I know,
is
that's
it?
what I'm asking. There's a lot of rumours. Both of us could be without a manager after the weekend.
Nah, he will be here. His family moved. His family have moved. Lawrence will be covering that in a new show. He's been doing that. So basically...
Well, he moved him, did he?
Yeah, Lawrence moved him. He did, he did all the estate. It's a lovely 4-bedroom house. It's nice. But anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV as well if you haven't already. I'd be very surprised if you haven't. And thank you for watching. See you later.